Okay, so I've started building my RC Powers J20 Easy build, and I just thought that I should do a little video on what materials I use. Let's talk about foam first. When I first started scratch building, I got into this Home Depot pink foam. I don't really like it now because there are far better alternatives. It's fairly light and it's ½ inch thick, which makes it kind of hard to work with since it's so thick. And it's really strong, but really not for what I'm building. Like, the planes are too small and too light to be able to work with it, and it snaps like that. Next foam would be the Elmer's foam board with the paper layer on it, and this has some good things about it. Though it's really heavy with the paper layer on it, it's good for things like control surfaces and stuff. This is just a spare rudder that I tore off an old plane. It's really good because you can bevel the things fairly easy, and it's really sturdy. The only thing bad about this is that once it bends, it creases for good, and that's really bad. I guess it's not too horrible if you just put like a stick on it and reshape it with some tape, but I don't like it as much, but it has its good uses. Next would be the paper layer removed. Now I do that in the bathtub, peel paper layers off of, and eventually it gets down to this stuff after you scrub it, and I use a sponge in my hands to just take away, and it gets really refined, and there's absolutely no paper left on it or any adhesive that keeps the paper sticking to it, so it's really good. Here is it without tape. It's really light, and the paper takes up a lot of weight, so once you remove that, it gets really light. It's flexible and flimsy, so that's good if you're trying to bend wings and stuff, but it snaps fairly easy. But once you put tape around it, it doesn't snap at all. It'll just bend, but then it'll form back to where like it sort of is, and you just bend it back and there it is again. So I really like that about this foam. What else? I use a lot of popsicle sticks for support, and if you take the ends off of them, they're good control horns if you burn holes through them. I use dowel rods a lot for wings and stuff like that. These are coffee stir sticks that I steal a handful out of Target every time I go there. They're in the Starbucks things where all the sugars and the stirrers are. So I just take a handful of those and put them in my pocket. What else? Tape. On rare occasions I use duct tape. This duct tape isn't that great because the colors don't seem to stick as well as like just the standard tough gray tape. But mostly I use packing tape, as most people do. I use dowel rods sometimes, but I've gotten into using carbon fiber arrows to strengthen planes' wings. Like the big epic crash of my cargo plane's wing, I fixed that with a nice carbon fiber arrow shaft in the wing right there. And it works great because there's no force in an RC plane that's going to break a arrow shaft. Different kinds here. I'm experimenting with which one I like best, which one's lightest, stuff like that. So that seems to be it, and I'll be working on my J20. See you guys later.